What is up, YouTube? My name's Captain Crush, and today we have an 8-game NBA slate, and we actually have 3 games that are absolutely insane. They're going to be banging, I'm talking off the chain, and hopefully we can attack these overs, and hopefully we can get that coin. Now, if you're new to the channel, what I'm going to do is discuss the plays, but why don't you go ahead and just smash the like button, and then smash the subscribe button, and then turn on that little notification bell so you never miss a video from yours truly. I'm running this video late at night. It's 2 in the morning right now. I'm actually exhausted. My energy levels are in the toilet, but I was laying in bed and I thought to myself, Crush, you got a problem here. You need to get on your YouTube and make a video and address this while it's fresh in your mind. And what say you is the problem? Well, it's more of like an epidemic. So every day I wait and I wait and I wake up in the morning. I do my projections. I look at all the other content creators, the Twitter guys, the YouTube faithful, the other YouTube content creators that I like, and I take it all in consciously and subconscious. I try to not let it affect me, but I want to see what everyone else is doing, and I want to zig when they zag so I can provide you, Mr. Viewer, you new guy, some value in coming to my page knowing that you're going to get something fresh. So I'm coming here tonight to do the video early, hoping that I can beat that to it. And if you're wondering what I mean, well, let me tell you and let me show you a little bit of a snippet as I was scrolling on my phone, laying in bed, scrolling on your phone, doing the nightly recap, seeing what cashed, seeing what chalk, you know what I mean. And now, that NFL game, the plays that I gave on this YouTube video actually went 3 of 4. I only gave out 4, and Eckler was the only one that sold. Now, here is the deal. That game was an absolute disgrace. It was funny to see the Raiders do that. I don't think I've ever seen a game like that lopsided before in my life. But other than that, it was trash. And all the other cappers that are bragging about it, I'm not even bragging about going 3-1 on a 4 game, whatever it is, because it was garbage time and literally everybody started hitting. The Raiders had their defensive starters pulled midway through the 3rd quarter, and then the Chargers just started throwing touchdowns, okay? So stop acting like you're some amazing guy. It just tilts me to no end, but this is the problem that we have in this industry. Everybody thinks they're a genius. Everybody thinks they know everything, but the reality is there's very few good plays on the board, and everyone passes them around like a couple of dirty poker chips, reading between the lines there, and they claim them as their own, and then they take credit for it. I honestly don't care who does what or who says what, but when people are taking credit for it like they're the next best thing, I gotta call it out. I just want to show you something here. Okay, so I call this the Twitter capper montage because I just want you guys to see that there's no original thoughts, there's no charisma, there's no nothing. I blacked out the names because I'm not trying to pick on anyone. I just want you to see the pattern. Here we go. Adrian Connell cashes in the first half, whatever, touting O'Connell's passing yards. Okay, who wasn't on O'Connell last night? Pretty sure everybody was. Another one touting the same thing like he's the second coming. Another guy talking about F it, like this to win this, do this, we're gonna do that. Another one here, holy F, we're 14-1, and then goes to show all the ones that hit that are alternate lines. And then another one, we crushed NBA yesterday, gives all the same plays that everybody was on, which is Harden, Sabonis. Another one where it's just the same thing, Connell over, Pommel over, Meyer over, 4-0 NFL sweep, Connell, Palmer, Meyer stick, all this. We can't stop winning with the picture of the 4. This is the new thing that they're doing. They show the little pictures of the guys and then they do their little recaps and they make it to where you have to click the other one to see the Reds that didn't hit. But the fact is this, the 5 people who like will get 75, like this for this. This is all nonsense. And I'm sorry, but somebody has to call this out. And the reason I'm calling it out is because someone like me can't even open my Twitter to check sports scores because Twitter's algorithm, they know I do sports content creation. It shoves those guys. It's the same 10 to 11 guys all the time, regardless of their follower count. Sometimes they only have 5K followers. Sometimes they have up to 200K followers. It just shoves those same things. And now it's getting so bad to where they all just copy each other. Same formula. Like this tweet, somebody's going to win $50. But guess what? Nobody ever wins the $50, folks. It's engagement farming. And when they say they give their picks for free, they don't, because they're engaging you by baiting and switching you with fake giveaways, okay? Not all of them. Some of them do. Like Dr. Profit actually does giveaways away money. He's one of the only ones that I can confirm that does on Twitter. But the rest of them, they really don't do it, and they're just printing money based off the engagement ad revenue through Twitter. That's how they're getting their money, okay? So they're getting the TikTok brain people who can't be bothered to watch a video and learn something. They're getting them on their page engagement, and they're just passing around the same plays that everybody's already taking and claiming it as their own. They're always the same demographic too. White, 22 to 25, and they really haven't been around long enough to do this stuff. I'm sorry, but I'm just being 100% honest with you folks. This is a pandemic. I'm tired of seeing it. It's annoying. It makes my job harder because then when I have to come on here and give plays to people, I have to try to find things that nobody's talked about, which I enjoy doing. But at the same time, stop trying to act like you're the second coming because you were on O'Connell's passing yards and the game just went to hell and he literally threw 6 touchdowns. Bro, that's literally called variance. Everybody was on that play, dude, myself included. It's just like, I'm sorry to go on that little rant, and if you don't want to be a part of that rant, I totally get it. I'm not coming on here to cry and complain. I'm coming to appeal to the mature audience to get you guys to stop falling for the bait and switch. I'm begging you, because what happens is, and I talked about this last night on the live stream, it's pretty much a no-win situation for guys like me, guys like DFS Walker. It's just a lose-lose situation, and I will be the one to get the target on my back and say something. I don't have beef with anyone. I couldn't care less to have beef with anyone, and if anyone doesn't like what I have to say, you're free to come on my live stream or here anytime, any day of the week and talk to me on a microphone, a live mic, okay? But with that in mind, if you're new to the channel, I'm sorry about that. Had to get that off my chest, but let's go ahead and break this puppy down because I know bumps are coming. So the first man that I'm going to talk about needs no introduction. He is the reigning, defending MVP, Joel Embiid, and he's going right back to the Poverty Pistons, and I'm playing him once again. I played him the other night. He cashed. He literally dropped, 40 real points? Everybody was afraid of the blowout. Everybody didn't want to talk about Joel Embiid, but he dropped 41 points, and he didn't even play a full game. Now, some of you will sit there and say, Cap, that's an outlier game. And you may be right. But guess what? If Joel Embiid plays 35 minutes tomorrow, he's going to smash this line. He's going to own this line. I'm telling you right now, you give Joel Embiid 35 minutes against the Poverty Pistons, he's getting over 34.5 points. Okay? Now that's the critical part of this whole puzzle, boys. Is he going to get 35 minutes? That's something you need to decide. But that's not even my favorite play. The 34.5 points, I love it a lot, but this is the value where you can get it on PrizePicks where other lines have it boosted. 45.5 points plus rebounds. Now I'm going to bust out my handy dandy notepad right quick and I'm going to show you what I got. Joel Embiid P plus R or points projection. I have him projected in my model for 48 points plus rebounds, okay? So that is a 3-point differential, which means I am going to attack this. He has a 1.85 fantasy point per minute with a 37% usage rate. The usage rate means the ball is in his hands all the time, folks. That means he's liable to get some turnovers too. Unfortunately, it is what it is. It comes with the territory. But King Embiid is going to walk in that court. He's going to ball out. And I'm telling you, just as sure as it's 2 a.m., if he plays 35 minutes, he's going over 34.5 points. There's just no one there that's going to stop him. And I'm going to continue to make my case. I'm going to head over to Outlier Bet where I have this pulled up. And as you can see, they have the line at 46.5. Okay. But the line's actually 45.5. And even at 46.5, it's still being favored to go over. But it's actually 45.5 on PrizePicks. It will be 46.5 by tomorrow. But as you can see, he's only hit this in 3 of his last 10. But looky, let's go to head to head. Oh my goodness. 5 of 7, 71%. He just played them. We just saw this 12-13, smash 52. He played them on 11-10, 49. And then he played them back in January last season and he got 47. And then these are from 2021 and 22. But the point is, I don't put a lot of weight into this stuff. I don't really care about the last 2-3 years. What I care about, points allowed, they're ranked 23, rebounds allowed, they're ranked 7. And then as far as his 34.5 points are concerned, concerned, they're ranked 23, as I said, but even look at this. The last 10, he's only hit this 40% of the time. But here's the thing. Most of these games were blowout scenarios, okay? Anytime, this is like I tell you guys, this is the key. He has to play 35 minutes. If he doesn't play 35 minutes, he's just going to be the first one on the bench. And I'm going to prove my case right here. Look at this. He played 31 minutes the other night. He didn't even need 35. He only played 31 against Detroit and he hit. Then he only played 29 minutes and he didn't hit here. Same thing here. He played 35 minutes. He went over. 38 minutes here. He went over. 30 minutes here. He went under. 37 minutes here. He soared over. 41 minutes here and he somehow didn't get the points in 41 minutes. I don't really know what happened there. That is an Outlier game and it's fitting because we're using Outlier Bet. And then you see here 31 minutes he went under, 36 minutes another one where he went under, and 33 minutes here he went under. So basically, but he could have been in foul trouble or other things we don't know. He could have just had bad nights. But the fact of the matter is this. If he plays 35 minutes in this matchup, I'm going to keep saying it, it's most likely he's going to hit, and we're getting value with that points rebounds line. But what's even better than that is you can go over to Chalkboard right now and tease it down to 29.5, and then you're getting supreme value. 29.5 points in this matchup. Then I paired it with Myles Turner, who I'm going to talk about, 29.5 points plus rebounds, which is actually an inflated line as to what's on PrizePicks, but we're getting a better payout, 1.85. Jonas Valanciunas, 11.5 rebounds, 1.6. That is the true line on PrizePicks as well. And then I teased Kyle Kuzma down to 1.3 to 21.5 points, where I'm getting a 1.31. I believe this pays roughly 4.8x, and this is going to be my chalkboard slip for tomorrow. The two teased lines are Embiid and Kuzma. Remember, use promo code CRUSH. Send me an email. I'll give you 30 free days on my Discord. I'm getting back to all you guys, and on top of that, they're going to match your first deposit. So get on chalkboard and let's get crushing. So, did I sell you on Joel Embiid? I hope I did, because I'm going to be going down with the ship. Listen, if Joel Embiid sells tomorrow, he sells. The read is right. I made my case. I know what I'm getting into. I know there's a blowout factor, but I'm going to take all those chances and take the risk. I'm here to gamble, okay? That is what it is. I make my reads, and wherever they go, I land. I stand by my reads, and you should too. I'm hoping they don't bump this before I can get this video out, because I have a feeling that's going to 46 very soon. Now, if you are one of those crazy guys and you're like, Cap, I'm afraid of the blowout, you take yourself over here to NBA first half, you go find points or points at rebounds, assists, and you can take Joel Embiid 17.5 first half points, or his PRA at 26.5. Look at this. Look at all the 5 green beans. He's been a first half monster. 41 in the first half PRA last game against Detroit. The same matchup. Nothing's changed. He can do it then, he can do it again, and I will have both of this exposure to each, the first half and the full game, in 2 separate slips. Like I said, I'm going down with the ship. The MVP is my thumbnail, and I will take it to the bank, or I will pick you guys up and I'll take you to the plasma bank after we go broke, and I'll see you guys there. Either way, we're going to the bank. Now, I already alluded to this next play that I'm going to give you, and it's none other than Kyle Kuzma. What? Captain Crush, are you targeting the poverty wizards? Why, yes, I am. Unfortunately so, you hate to hear it, but I couldn't get away from it. I'm sorry, I couldn't get away from it. Look at the point total between the Pacers and the Wizards. It's 250 plus. We finally get both teams pace up spots. They don't want to play defense. Now they play each other. Ugh. Give it to me. I'm taking it all day, twice on Sunday. And I'm going right here to the crispy notepad to look at what my projection is. Kyle Kuzma points projected for 26. So 1.5 point differential, 1.26 fantasy points per minute with a solid big 30% usage rate for the Kuzma man. Now I am going to just give the disclaimer right here, folks. Any single time you target a Washington Wizard, kiss the slip goodbye, kiss the money goodbye, and just go to bed early, because 90% of the time it ain't hitting. But you have the right read here. You got to take a shot. He's projected to go over over in the model. He's in an elite matchup. Let me go to Outlier and pull him up real quick for you. I'll go the extra mile. So as you can see, the Pacers are ranked 29th in points allowed, but you can also see that he's only hit this in 6 of his last 20. Again, they're constantly getting blown out, folks. They're constantly getting blown out. But he's going to have to play minutes. He's going to have to get at least 30 minutes. Just looky here. The beginning of the season, yeah, 37, 40, 40, 31, 36, and it just gradually drops off. 26, 29, 29, 31, 31, 25, 33, 29. Folks, this is literally started off good, and then he's just gradually on the decline because so is their team. But I will not pass up this matchup. If you want to dabble with his fantasy score instead, you can. The only reason I'm going with Kyle Kuzma here is because given the props that were on the board, he seemed to fit the bill the best. I immediately went to chalkboard and teased it down, as you can saw, to 21, I believe it was, and I like that way better. If you don't want to take Kuzma, you can look to one of the other role players, Tyus Jones, Jordan Poole even. Any of those guys can go off in this particular matchup, and it also gives me the 1v1 optimal run back, which is what I want to do right here, and it's none other than Myles Turner. Yes, sir. You can take his points or his points rebounds. Once again, I'm going to slide on over to that notepad. You know it was coming. Man, I am exhausted, fellas, but I am going to get through this video because I am here to do the Lord's work, and I won't stop until the Lord's work is done. Can I get an amen? Myles Turner, points plus rebounds, projected for 31, 1.28 fantasy point per minute with an amazing 23% usage rate. So his projection is 31 and his line is 28.5. It's a 2-point differential, basically 2.5 point to be specific for the sticklers, but that's on his points rebounds. But I also think his points are in play, and also his rebounds will be in play whenever they post them. They don't have a lineup yet. It's probably going to be 7.5 or 8. I like it. A lot of you people comment and say, hey, is this okay to take the rebounds there? In that situation, we'll be totally okay with Captain Crush. Now, once again, we're back to Outlier Bet to show you guys again how terrible the Wizards are. I don't need to show you this. You already know. Points allowed ranked 30th. Rebounds allowed ranked 30th. Myles Turner should feast in this matchup. As you can see, the true line is 29.5, which is why we're targeting this on PrizePicks, because we're getting that 1 point value at 28.5. If it was 29.5, I would just brush it off my shoulders and miss me. But we're going to take it at 28.5 because we are getting the value. As you can see, he's only hit this in 3 of his last 10. And the head-to-head stats, they haven't played yet this season, so it's pretty much worthless. But I will say this, he did drop a 50 bomb 2 years ago. Can we get the 2 years ago Myles Turner to come up? Because I'm telling you, speaking of 2 years ago, Jalen Williams tonight shot 1 for 10. 1 for 10? He had 15 fantasy points at the half, and he finished with 18.5. He sold big league. Jalen Williams, you sold. I came on the tube, and I asked you to be the Jalen Williams of old, and you sold the bag. And so did Jared Allen, for that matter. Both of you guys let me down. It wasn't a great night for NBA, folks. It really wasn't. I mean, Joker hit, Sabonis hit, Harden hit, and Kobe White hit, but then Derek White sold, Allen sold, and Jalen Williams sold. And because of that, you can't win because it's a parlay. It's not enough to get 5 right. You got to get them all right. And with that in mind, I am going to tell you guys something real quick. I told people in the Discord that my model did not like Derek White, and here he is, projected for 29.95 fantasy points and only 14.6 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. So we should have taken under on Derek White if we followed my own model projections, okay? But we didn't follow Derek White's model projections. We all got stubborn and ended up taking him, and we didn't heed my warning, myself included, and he ended up burning all our slips to the ground. But that is the risk we take, folks. He did cash the alternate line over on chalkboard. Unfortunately, Patrick Williams hooked. Look at my Twitter. You can see a lot of my slips. It was hook season. Call me Captain Hook because I hooked everything yesterday. I think I had one pure W without any hooks or misses. Everything else was hook season. Eckler, White. I can't even remember the other one because I'm so freaking tired, but I'll tell you who is respecting coin and who's a wagon. Kobe White. Now the world knows, everybody knows to put respect on Kobe White's name. He's doing Mamba-like things, and he very well may be the next Kobe Bryant. Now, if you're sitting there and you say, hey, I want to get projections, I want to get in your live streams, because tomorrow, since this video is out late tonight, I'm going to have a live stream, and it ain't going to be at 4:30 Central. It's going to be around noon or 1 p.m. Central time. We're going to do the Lord's work, and I'm going to do a live stream, and hopefully the news is settled then so we can go over it, and we're going to have it early. Everyone's going to have a chance to digest this video. We're going to cover fantasy scores, fantasy point per minute. I can't wait. There's a lot of juicy games, a lot of rematches. Phoenix, New York, the Hawks versus the Raptors. That is going to be the stack of stacks. Trae Young and Scotty Barnes, I'm going to be attacking them. You're going to want to be in my live stream. You're going to want my model projections tomorrow. And if you do want to get involved, CaptainCrush.net right here, gold package. It's only $25 a month. You're going to get your money back in value. I'm telling you right now. But here's the thing. A lot of people come through in the Discord and they're like, oh, I expected something else. My brother, if you join a Discord and you're not there to learn and get better, and you're not trying to make your own reads and get better at this, don't even bother, because I'm not going to spoon feed you. I'm not spoon feeding anyone for $25 a month. Sorry to say. Okay, I pay almost $300 a month for the tools that I use for the analytics to be able to make these projections and do everything else. So there's no chance that I'm going to spoon feed people. There's a lot of smart people in my Discord, and they will help you. I will help you. You are there. Use the projections. I tell you guys, just follow the projection sheet every night and you'll be profitable by the end of the week. Okay? I don't even always follow it, but everyone's financial situation is different. But for you struggling, that is the plan. Now, I had to make this video and come out here and cover these three, but like I said, there's a lot of other plays tomorrow that are going to pop open that I like. I will be taking under on a lot of these Pistons as dart throws. I may go back to Tyrese Maxey at 24.5 points. He did just put up a stinker where only had 9 points, and that's an outlier game for him. I will probably attack this a little bit, maybe his assist too if they put up a solid line, and I might even find myself going with Buddy Hield. I will tell you this, when they put TJ McConnell on the board tomorrow, my brother in Christ, I will be there. Yes, sir. I am targeting TJ McConnell tomorrow for the Indiana Pacers the second he's on the board, so long as it's around 10.5 to 11.5 points plus assist, I will target it. And this Pelicans game, I got a lot of people that I like there, a lot of people. I posted, if you're in my Discord, I posted the early value up there on the board. That's part 1. Part 2 is coming. I wanted to get this out. Sorry about the rant in the beginning, but I had to get it off my chest. Remember, folks, at the end of the day, when the day is done, we're gambling. Nobody wins every night. Forget those fake Twitter cappers that are making it seem like they never lose, they always win. They have all the bait and switch tactics. They have all the tricks and tips that I don't. But the fact of the matter is this: every day, win, lose, or draw, Captain Crush is here facing the camera 1v1, doing what they will not do, and that is preaching the truth, trying to help you guys find a W. Because at the end of the day, I'm no better than you, my brother. I'm no better than you. I'm just another guy, blue collar guy, trying to make a buck on this hobby that we love called PrizePicks and daily fantasy sports. And with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna shut this baby down. I'm gonna edit it. I'm gonna put it out, and then I'm gonna take some shut eye and possibly sleep in till 8 a.m. Central, because I already got the Lord's work done, and I think I might have earned an extra hour. I appreciate you guys sticking around to listen to me ramble and rant. Again, if you're new here, this isn't the normal formula. Go back and watch some of my other videos so you can get a good cut of my jib and see if you want to jip and jive with Captain Crush. But I'm telling you, smash that like button, throw me a subscribe, and you have my gratitude. Good luck in all your contests. Here's the salute, and as always, my brothers in Christ, let's crush.